Nunez.
We are now recording.
One guy is going to be excited.
I know. This is dedicated just to you, Mr. Guy who spent Christmas of 2024 watching Hippity Hoppity.
But what if it's a girl and now they're offended?
Oh,
You
a
are
thousand
one
apologies.
We have one fan and
We have one fan and I've
You
ruined
are
it.
one fan.
No, we
If you
screwed
happen
it
to have, if you want to produce our show for for a cool $500,000 or so, we'll do this a lot more for 1 year, and you'll have a whole season of content.
Oh no! See, they're feeling awkward as hell right now because they're like 5 minutes not even into this, going, "Holy shit, they found me out."
Or now that we have a fan base, maybe we start name dropping like all the different podcast advertisements that we can. Have you guys heard about this mattress I'm sleeping on lately?
Oh man, let me tell you about this great new game I've been playing called Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I've been too busy on NordVPN to tell you.
Oh yeah.
I've been
I
too
love
busy
it.
shaving my
Yeah.
balls with my new Manscaped razor.
That's
But you know, whenever I shave my balls, I've always got to cool it down a bit by taking some what's that oil called? The TBD oil. I just put a little drop under my
CBD
tongue.
oil, yeah.
Oh, I feel so smooth, just like the balls.
My mood is so enhanced with ball CBD oil.
Ever since I started taking generic Viagra from Hims.
Coming soon, CBD taint paint.
When you get shot, you get hot.
All right, now I think all of our potential investors are very intrigued about the strength of our performance.
And the one fan just totally turned us off and left.
Right?
Hold out.
Our one fan is like, never mind, these guys are idiots.
The fuck did I see of these guys?
Okay.
Now we're done picking out the new guy.
Yeah.
Or gal.
Or gal.
Individual.
We use the non-gender term of dude, because he's a dude, she's a dude, that chair over there is dude.
Yeah, we're all dudes.
Yeah.
I'll accept that title.
Yeah.
Well, this is Battletech, so shouldn't we be like more, I don't know, on theme and go, everybody's a mech, you're a mech, she's a mech, he's a mech. He's one cool mech.
Gotta go by the philosophy of Good Burger.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Never seen it, so I couldn't tell you.
That was an old Saturday Night Live skit.
Yeah, I'm familiar with
It's
it.
not a Saturday Night Live skit. They did
Or, I'm
one.
sorry, not Saturday Night Live, Nickelodeon. Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
was going to say, wasn't it Nickelodeon?
I'm an
Like,
idiot.
Kids stand-up version of it. With
Yeah,
all that,
the Roundhouse.
Oh, man, speaking of Nickelodeon, I was watching
From
commercials.
that straight to SNL.
Yeah.
And has dominated since.
I was watching commercials that didn't age well with dinner, and one of them was Bill Cosby for Nickelodeon talking about snack time.
Oh, God.
Talking about not aging well. I mean, that was not too far after JetBlue flying by the World Trade Center and P. Diddy selling oil.
Jeez.
They age so terribly, but I digress. It's game time.
It is game time. Okay, so I think everyone is looking at the map now that's still the interior of the dropship.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Does everyone have their beverages for the night?
I do.
Oh, shit. No, I don't.
Okay. Go get a beverage. Zero, if you
Look
need
at
time
this.
to get a
That
beverage.
means I am ready
I'm
despite
good.
my tech problems. I am ready before.
That's right.
Aha!
Ah, and I will go refresh mine because I've been waiting for an hour and a half and have finished my
You
beverage.
showed up early. Don't you know we start at 8 or later around here?
You know, honestly, it's been so long I forgot. So, all right, I'll be right back.
So, how about them billionaire rockets?
I hear some of them work better than others.
Some of them look really pretty burning up on re-entry.
So I hear.
Rockets are hard, man.
Rockets are hard.
I don't like the new Glenn rocket because Army of Darkness exists. And if that doesn't make any sense at first, I understand. But just remember the scene with, "You're good, Ash. I'm bad, Ash." And every time I see a new Glenn, I'm like, "You're the old Glenn. I'm the new Glenn." And it just ruins it for me. And that's how you kill a conversation.
It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
Oh, Army of Darkness is great. I went to watch it the other day, and like no place streams it. You've got to rent it or buy it.
Yes. You must rent it or buy it.
I almost bought it, if I'm being honest, because it's like $4 to rent, $5 to buy.
Yeah, at that point, you might as well just have a digital copy of it, and you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Especially when I've got an Amazon gift card. It was on Amazon, I was looking.
Well, as long as Amazon is willing to stream it to you.
Yeah. But I don't have a DVD player anyway.
Oh, you can't just download it if you buy it from Amazon Video. You have to stream it through their service. I've not bought a movie through their service, so I've never.
Yeah,
It's lame.
Like
Yeah.
if you buy a hard copy disc through Amazon, you still end up with like this digital version that you stream.
Yeah.
It's so lame.
All licensing.
Well, it's 21st century, man. Nobody owns anything. You just rent it from the billionaires.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Well, I don't buy from the billionaires anymore.
The number of times that we've tried to have like family movie night and like it gets removed, you know, whatever movie the family wants to watch has been removed from a streaming service or the internet's crapping out. And I'm like, hey guys, guess what? We have it on Blu-ray.
For now,
look
until the
physically.
optical disc degrades.
Yeah.
Or the laser and the player breaks. That's usually the first thing, right?
Yeah. But fortunately, video game consoles all play. And because my son is a console gamer, we always have consoles.
Excellent. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to try and make a Mexican mule. Which is...
Oh, you're going to make one with tequila?
Just swapping the vodka for tequila. We'll see how that works.
What tequila are you using?
I am using Solana Blanco
Remember,
tequila.
the advertisers are listening.
It's
Sell it.
honestly a very it has a very fruity aroma to it every time I open up the bottle.
Ooh,
And it's really nice. It's one of my favorite tequilas.
nice.
I don't know how it ranks in quality of tequilas, but I like the way it smells, and then I like putting it in my mixed drinks. So
Nice.
Oh, I was told I drank a bottle of tequila one time, but I don't remember it.
well, I was a little
That sounds about right.
curious.
Yeah.
Well, especially after a 6-pack of Bud Light, a whole bag of weed, and a bottle of vodka went down before it.
Good
I
lord.
was a little curious if the Mexican mule should have tequila or if it should have mezcal. So I'm trying tequila first, and we'll see how that goes. And if I make another one, I'll make one with mezcal, and we'll see how it compares.
Okay.
I don't even know what that is.
Mezcal?
Yeah, is that like somebody with a bad speech impediment trying to pronounce Moscow?
No, mezcal is a smoked tequila, basically.
Gotcha.
That's good. I didn't know what it was either.
All right.
I've heard the
I don't feel
term.
so stupid anymore.
I've heard the term, but I didn't know what it was.
I don't drink, so I don't know.
It's a smokier tequila. If you know when you open a bottle of salsa that's like a smoked chipotle salsa, and it has like that smoky aroma to it.
So it's
Or if you let a bottle of
Chipotle
Sriracha sit for a year.
I don't know about that one, but I do know about the like smoked chipotle salsa smell. It has that smell to it when you open a bottle of mezcal.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That would get me in the mood for a party.
Yeah.
Now wait a second. Hear me out here. What if you open up a bottle of tequila and it smells like Doritos? Cool
Did
Ranch
Dorito do some shit like that?
Probably.
Or was it vodka? I would say I heard about this on Woody and Wilcox in the last year to year and a half. That Doritos did do like a vodka or tequila pairing up with someone. And even then, I was like, that sounds like the worst thing ever created.
Yeah, there's only
Somewhere
certain
out there,
textures I want that
executive got
flavor
a
to be in.
promotion.
Oh, definitely.
Well, we just lost our Dorito sponsorship.
Are we here to play Battletech?
If you
yeah.
if Doritos, you lost all of Yum. That means Pepsi, Doritos, Taco Bell, KFC, Long John Silver's.
Shit, we lost Taco Bell? That one was
Pizza Hut.
clutch.
Like that's all under one umbrella. So we lost the entire Yum Corporation.
Anybody that serves Pepsi products, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. It's all Yum.
Hey, I'm a firm believer that there is a horrible series of mergers in the Battletech future, so that's why we ended up with Taco Hut and all the other ridiculous names I came up with for my old games.
Except Taco Huts are real.
It's under Hasbro now. Hasbro owns everything.
Oh,
Right.
That's funny, because I have my own food franchise idea to shoehorn into this game when it becomes possible.
All right. So, you guys have captured the dropship. It looks like in red lettering down here, you renamed it Regina.
Or we crossed it out. I forgot why we did that.
Well, see, I've always heard a ship name.
Oh, it does have a cross through it, doesn't it? It used to be the Regina.
Is that the original name?
Yeah, that must be the
Regina.
original. Okay. My colorblind ass had a hard time saying all that.
I thought it was a Long Island ship names with that, like, pronounced Regina and not Regina. I know it sounds funny, but I've actually seen ships with that name pronounce that before, which is why
All we gotta do is take advantage of our GM's color-sightedness to hide our units plainly on the map.
Where's the
All my
enemy? I can't tell.
green on red.
Jackasses.
that's just me.
Nukes fall, everyone dies.
Aww. Good game, guys.
Good thing my Mac was just a giant old fridge.
I mentioned it before to Rogue that if you really ever wanted to really fuck someone up in any sci-fi game, put an Orphan Source out there. Just true in the wild Orphan Source encounter. But if you're already wondering what that is, well, that's why you should be afraid.
All right. Got to get this ball rolling. Holy crap.
All right.
Alright, go ahead. Go.
All right, so Cabrera calls you guys all into the meeting room, and he gives you the situation. He says, all right, as you know, 3rd Battalion was completely lost. Almost all completely lost. We were able to pick up a few stragglers from them. We are already all that remains of 2nd Battalion. I am the ranking officer of both battalions, so in terms of battlefield promotions, I suppose that makes me a temporary brigadier in charge of 2nd Battalion. I'm moving the rest of the units from 3rd over to 2nd. And frankly, you gentlemen have performed far beyond expectations. If it wasn't for your ingenuity and quick thinking, 2nd Battalion would have been a complete loss. Instead, we captured an enemy dropship. So I am promoting all of you to company commander positions.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Be stoked on me.
Raven Company was the only company of the battalion that survived. I am promoting De La Cruz to the officer rank of cornet. You are no longer a 4 sergeant. Welcome to the officer corps, son.
I'll salute. Thank you, sir.
You are now the commander of Raven Company. We are moving all vehicles under Raven Company. I know it's not much of a company. It only makes up a single platoon right now, but as we acquire more vehicles, they will fall under your jurisdiction. So the Hussars are now in the entirety of Raven Company. If you decide you want to split up your forces, you may choose to do so and form subcommands, form sublances, platoons. That's your jurisdiction.
And what assets are left in Raven Company?
All of them. You have your Prowler ECM mech. You have the Prowler BAP mech that you acquired.
Oh yeah, I thought like we had a whole nother unit here. I need to go look.
You have the captured Alicorn, the 2 demon tanks, and your scout truck with the sensors.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure if this I was going to have more coming in or not. Was ultimately what I was.
Not as of this moment.
Copy that. I can work with that.
All right. So, reconstituting Anchor Company. That will be Cornet Tire. You are being promoted to subaltern.
Sure.
Your firefighters are going to be supplemented with the heavier mechs that we have picked up from Salvage and 3rd Battalion.
Ooh, you're getting the spooky skull mech then?
Yes, he's getting the new assault mech with the spooky skull. He's getting the Thunderbolts, a Wolverine, a Crab, and 2 Shadowhawks.
You're welcome. That's what happens when you scare the shit out of an Atlas pilot.
Yeah. And
I won't let you down, sir. I'll put them to good use.
all right. Now, obviously, that's far more than a lance worth. So if you want to, break up your lances any way you feel the need to, by all means. I understand that your Firestarter pilot has shown himself well, so maybe you might consider him for a lance leader position. Matador Company, the job of the Matador is to piss off the bulls and get the hell out of the way. So that's going to be you, Lee. Welcome to subalternship, and your bug band is going to be supplemented with a couple of commandos that we've picked up. That's just kind of what I'm doing initially here with the battalion. If you guys want to move units around between your companies for the purposes of the operation, that's certainly within your jurisdiction to do so. But I do want to talk about what the operation is. The operation is to get that man the throat lozenge.
Yes.
Sorry, you could hear that? I'm supposed to be muted.
Yeah, we can hear that.
That's...
Tyler gives him a mighty slap on the back.
Well, that means my mute button's not working anymore.
Well, it's good to know now with the cough than something more sensitive.
Yeah.
Well,
Now you know to do something a little different when you have to rattle off your social security number and whatnot.
Exactly.
All right, so because this is an enemy dropship, the enemy comms encryptions have not been fully scrubbed. We have some men working on getting those encryptions back up. We are going to move over to 1st Battalion where they're still fighting, and I am planning on trying to mask us as still belonging to the enemy and coming to support them and dropping in behind their lines so that you guys can wreak havoc from the rear.
I like it. When do we move out?
We're going to start moving out in a couple days. We just want to make sure that all the units get patched up, tip-top shape. Take advantage of these repair facilities we have here. We do have a map of the proposed landing area. So let me pull that over.
Any idea on what forces are there awaiting us?
There were initially battalion level strength forces dropped. I can't say what's left. Hopefully 1st Battalion has shown themselves at least as well as 2nd. Heck, who are we kidding? If they showed themselves as well as 2nd, they'd already be done. So let's just hope they had a better showing than 3rd. So the enemy forces, see, you guys should be seeing the new map now?
Yep.
Okay.
And the My Little Pony at the bottom.
Oh, that's right. That thing, I was having a hard time trying to select that thing in order to get rid of it.
Sorry, friendship is not magic.
No! Yeah, and then there's a little lake circle that I can't make go away either.
Oh, there they all are.
Yeah, I temporarily put everything at the bottom right.
I see.
So
I see the pony.
This is the terrain we're looking at. We're gonna come in from the southeastern corner of this map. We know that the enemy has a repair and refit and some artillery support in the northwest corner, but they should all be focused the other direction. So the issue becomes, how can we get the drop on them with crossing that stream there? But that'll
Can
be
you
Anybody
describe
else?
some of this terrain, some of this black,
Right.
white, or
Okay.
red terrain?
So that is all burnt out forest.
Okay.
And rubble from the fighting that's been going on here. Otherwise, it's kind of, as you see, we got some hills, some small ponds, trees. There's definitely going to be open lanes of fire, but there's still going to be ample cover for maneuvering. So I trust that you guys will be able to do what you do best in here.
And I'm seeing a lot of, are those emplacements or little bits of sandbagging.
Yeah, the little donuts.
Little donuts.
Yeah, they're hexes.
Oh,
Like you said,
like
they
that
look
thing?
ringed with sandbags. I suppose there's two right in front of the loci.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there are. Huh. Well, darn it, I didn't.
How is it he makes the map so we find stuff on them he missed?
Because I gave
Shall
it,
we?
I gave it a seed and it generated it. I don't
Shall we
know
ignore
what
that?
that. Yeah, ignore those. I don't know what that.
Oh,
I don't know what in the seed caused those to be created.
blame the algorithm. Likely excuse for a human.
Yeah, those look like little like infantry bunkers or something like that.
They kind of do.
Pill boxes, maybe.
So I don't know if maybe there was a setting that I didn't think to uncheck, which is entirely
You gotta turn the
possible.
sandbags down to 0.
All right. Yeah. It must be something like that.
That's all right. That's just
So-
more grassland.
I was gonna say, just consider them ignored in regular terrain then. or-
Yep. Consider them
Okay.
ignored in regular terrain.
Alrighty then.
All right.
Teabag the sandbags. Gotcha.
So, first things first, your guys' force composition. How do you wanna divvy that up? Because as the GM, I'm reminding you that now we are moving to a more large scale type of combat format where we're actually going to be using the battlefield support roles for units as found on page 51 of the manual. Which that should still be readable by everyone.
Yeah, it just takes a while to load.
Yeah, that I remember.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Am I getting a new ride for Tegan?
Tegan.
The one that got captured but we recovered?
Huh. Gosh.
I only have my 3 max. Like I
Oh,
her ride got blown up.
okay. You're using his first name, and I'm looking at last names and call signs.
Sorry. Yeah, Whisper.
Yeah.
Is Whisper getting a new ride or?
Yes.
All right.
In the salvaged mechs from 3rd Battalion was another Locust 1E. So basically, he's back in his normal.
Oh, okay, so I can drag her out and then you can scale her up. There you go. She's right there.
Damn it!
I see her.
It's actually bigger than like a pixel this time. It's amazing. I'll try and make an effort to make a bigger token for them.
I'm not seeing anything really regarding vehicles though in the battlefield support list here.
That's in the armor platoon. Assigning 1 point of damage to up to 4 separate targets. Now, what I'm going to do differently because of the scale at which we're operating is instead of this being something where it costs 3 plot points in order to activate this, whenever it is your guys' narration, you will be able to just do one of these actions per type of unit that you have.
So if it comes around to me and I bring an alicorn and 2 demon tanks, then I can just be like, Gauss rifles! Rah! That's what you're saying. For all of those.
So instead of having a roll to hit with the Gauss rifles, we will just be applying the damage as though they hit. But
Yeah,
we're applying
so-
this. We're applying this 1 point of damage to up to 4 separate targets.
What
So that's
page of
gonna
the book is this
represent-
on?
51.
The abstract units on the board. Which ones do you want specifically on the board? And then we're gonna roll for those ones. Like obviously our player characters are any of our like main supporting NPCs. Did you also want them still on the board?
They're going to be on the board, but their attacks are going to be abstracted.
They're all going to be abstract. So the only people we're going to roll for directly are our own personal pilots.
Right. Attacks made by
Okay.
or against your personal pilots. Because I want to speed up the flow of the combat.
Sure.
So, while, yes, like, they will be doing less damage than they would nominally be doing, it'll be more consistent, and it's going to be the same as what they are receiving.
All right. It's probably going to take me like a run or two to get to figure this out.
Oh, yeah,
So,
totally.
Yeah, I'm thinking just learn by doing.
yeah. All right.
But, so, you know, you guys will be in your mechs, but then, like, what...
You mean those guys?
You guys will be in your mechs / tank. But like, for example, you know, Lee Jacobson, he will move his locust as an individual and fire and be fired upon as an individual. But then he currently has 5 mechs under his command. Now he can make that a recon lance. And because he has 1 extra mech, we can have it do 1 point of damage against 5 targets, or 1 point of damage against 3 targets and 2 points of damage against 1 target, as a way to signify that he has slightly more. Or he can split it up into, you know, 3 and 2, and have it apply to fewer targets, but, you know, be able to hit from different directions.
So I could put my BAP tank and all my Gauss rifle tanks in their own little sub-unit in each turn. Say, okay, here's what they're going to do, and distribute up their, like, 4 damage and yada yada.
Right, like, yeah, you could put your 2 demons and an alicorn into 1 unit. And you can put your BAP and your scout tank, your scout truck in another unit, and then you individually in your ECM truck.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
So that you have, like, a scout group and then a fire support group. Although I will say that given that your fire support group would encompass 5 Gauss rifles, but you can still only fire at 3 targets maximum, that you would do 2 points of damage to up to 3 targets.
All right.
As a way to average out the odds of, you know, shots missing and whatnot.
Right. For whatever reason, I can't move the Alicorn, though. I cannot move all the units except for the Alicorn.
Oh, okay. Let me get into that.
Because it's
real quick.
immobilized by the little double slash on the circle.
Right?
Oh.
No one's ever fixed it. They
Well,
just
it's an Alicorn. According to Sarna, it's like if you sneeze in it, the damn thing falls apart.
They got here by firing the Gauss rifles at the same time.
Yeah, pretty much. It's notoriously unreliable piece of shit, according to the lore. I still can't interact with it, though.
Hang on. I'm trying to fix that.
Okay, I was just making sure. Yeah, first thing I did was run off to SARD and alert about it. They're like, yeah, it's awesome when it works. It notoriously does not work. Like, it's got more Gauss rifle than it's got power production. It's unreliable build quality. It's just thrown together. It's practically a Hetzer with a big battery.
Right.
It's built by Boeing, I see.
No, I think Boeing puts a little bit more effort into their build quality.
They put no effort into
And
their
Boeing
build
doesn't have
quality.
engineers right now. They just have corporate yes men.
Right?
Yeah, that's pretty much the whole problem, ain't it?
Okay.
They filled up with business people doing business, and all they did was business until they outsourced their entire fucking business.
Well, that's...
And now they're falling apart and wondering why.
Well, to tell you how good Boeing was at business as opposed to engineering, when Boeing orchestrated their takeover of McDonnell Douglas, they forgot to look at the business aspect. And then part of the takeover clause was for every share of McDonnell Douglas stock, a shareholder would get 2/3 of a share of Boeing stock. And as it turns out, after that merge, that made the majority shareholder of Boeing the McDonnell Douglas board. So,
You've been played!
right. McDonnell Douglas acquired Boeing and made Boeing pay for it.
That is hilarious to me.
And Boeing has not made a decent product since.
Well, yeah, because all of Boeing has slowly been shuffled out.
Yeah.
It's now all McDonnell Douglas people. Again.
Well, yeah, like all Boeing has done is like rehash old designs since then. All right, let's see. What is this unit?
All right. So, using the page 51 to represent outgoing attacks from our abstract companies, how are we going to record damage incoming to our abstract units?
By me recording it on their sheets.
Here, if we were abstracting it, I'm like, well, it can all be story damage, not call plot armor.
It's just going to be classic Battletech infantry damage, where every damage just takes out one of our units.
Oh, God.
Oh, that'd be awful.
Well, that would be the case if, say, the Alicorn and Demons were firing at Bug Band.
Yes, exactly. And precision shot, you are gone.
All right.
So, last question in regards to that. Do we need to keep moving these units, or can we just, set them up somewhere cool looking and...
Well, we will, once we kind of get how you guys want to arrange your units amongst yourselves and each other figured out, then we can figure out the actual deployment force. I think you need, right, that big tank, what is that? Is that the wheeled scout vehicle?
I think this one that I just moved, I believe it is.
Yeah.
And I think that's my Prowler.
Oh,
yes, the big one, the Scout.
right.
The smallest one's the biggest icon.
All right, you have a second
Using
Prowler.
Steiner vehicles.
So I doubled the... Whoops. Oh, I meant to do that on the other one. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
It's all good.
And I'll call this one ECM.
All right. Do we have detachments of hover tanks that could possibly just swoop right over that river?
Some Savannah Masters.
Savannah Master
Prowlers.
wasn't made yet.
Prowlers can swim, though.
Prowlers can swim.
It's such an overpowered tank in all regards, but actual firepower. When you think about it.
Yeah, this self-sealed amphibious tank with ECM or probes or massive infantry bays.
Okay, what is the scope of the light blue circle on the far left?
That is a lake from the original map that I cannot select to delete.
Okay.
Same with the My
And
Little
then
Pony.
okay, great.
Those are
Our
things that.
presumed target is all across
Oh
the
wait.
river.
Yeah, I was actually able to select the lake and parts of My Little Pony. Wait. Oh, as I said, I couldn't do anything. I went back to try again, and I got it all. Yay!
And that's how it works, man. It had to make a liar out of you.
That's right. It did. Lying is magic. I mean, wait. What?
The truth is for suckers.
Right. So
So our target battlefield is across the river, is that correct? Or is that just where the
that's
artillery
where
and
the
supply
artillery and resupply and refit area is. You don't know what's in between here and there.
Okay.
So, Blinky, how are you going to be divvying up your forces? Because there's a lot more to be put on the field.
Are you wanting me to put the individual mechs on the...
I mean, I'll put the individual
Board?
mechs on there, but I mean, it's going to be up to you to decide if they're all part of one lance, if they get split up into separate lances. That kind of thing is going to be up to you.
I mean, these are like the mainline... These are like mainline battle. Like, they're the heavy infantry. They've got to hold the line, or at least capture the attention of somebody else, while the other units try to turn the flanks or do something.
See, is that everything?
So I'd like to think this is our center.
2 Shadowhawks, Wolverine, Crab, Thunderbolt, Atlas. Yeah, okay. Okay, you definitely have more than 2 lances worth. So.
I mean,
And a part of me still wants to keep like the firefighters. What do they call them?
Firefighters.
Fire lance. Yeah, firefighters. Still keeping them together as a mobile lance, because they're all fast. They're all jump capable. If I can get them in the right position, they can do a lot more than just standing in a scrimmage line.
So if you want to keep them as a mobile jump lance, then it sounds like you would want to put either the Wolverine or one of the Shadowhawks into that lance to flesh it out, because you are now no longer technically part of that lance.
well, we know the god of this universe is partial to Wolverines, so might I suggest the Wolverine?
But if I put the Wolverine with the other lance, then it will never go down. It will keep fighting.
It will, but given that logic, you should take the Wolverine. It's better than the Atlas.
What's this new type of armor on this Wolverine? It looks like it's made out of pure plot.
Is that hexagonal plot alloy? It's reactive. Holy shit!
Put the Shadowhawk on me.
I guess I need to go like this. Save. It's always the part I forget about dropping units onto the map, is that they need to have the control settings updated. Blink.
De La Cruz is going to have to figure out how to work his magic in this new paradigm.
Well, now he has an active probe mech to go along with his scout sensor probe mech to go along with his ECM mech.
Yep. I think what I need now is artillery pieces.
Are you going to capture some of those up ahead?
If there's some to capture, my God, I'll capture them. Have I mentioned that this now means that the Hoodoo Hussars have demonstrated that they specialize in asset forfeiture and seizure?
Yes. Yes, you guys are now specialists at obtaining enemy assets.
Strategic, what is it? Strategic
Fuckery.
something?
Strategic fuckery.
I was thinking of the whole STEEL acronym.
Strategically transfer equipment to an alternate location.
Yes, that.
Steel.
Except we've replaced the location with loyalty.
All right. So we got to presume they must have units protecting the other side of the shore.
Hey, don't forget about your commandos there.
I'm under the impression we dropped behind the enemy line, so I'm under the assumption that we're going to have enemies out the wazoo anywhere in a general, broad gesture, broadly direction in front of us at this point.
Who's commandos?
I know.
Yeah, who's commandos?
Those are notionally blinkies.
What?
You weren't listening in the briefing.
And now he gives them to the Hoodoo Hussars to learn you a lesson.
So that's what I was saying, that I kind of just initially put the tiny mechs to supplement Bug Band, put everything else to... I'm sorry, not Blinkies. Those belong to Eckerson. I'm retarded.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I initially gave all the big mechs to Blinky and all the small mechs to Eckerson, but it's a little lopsided with big mechs for small mechs, so if you guys want to split them up so that you have more equal amounts, then...
If you want me to have the commandos, you need to give me control of them.
Did I not?
No, you did not.
Darn, I hate these things.
That's why I was
Gave them to
asking
me.
who's commandos, because I can't move them.
I'm dumb.
Oh, you're fine, man.
Now it's fixed.
Commando and briefs. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I'm definitely in the mood for
Love
giving
the
things.
pun.
Yeah, I'm all for dumb names today. Like, look what I
it's
named the
great.
crap.
I can't see anyone else's names.
Oh, you can't? Oh.
No, I only see my guys' names.
Yeah, you have to change the permissions for the naming scheme, and when the
Oh, so
you
only
double-click it.
people who have the controlled by can see the names?
Currently.
as of right now, but you could double click it, and then there's a sub option around naming, so it'll broadcast show to others name.
I don't.
Hang on, I'll open up another Roll20, see if I can find it.
I only see the controlled by.
Broadcasting is now a feature of premium.
Right? That's why you have it and I don't.
No, I don't have premium. Right. There you go. So when you double click on
It's
the
in the
token,
ellipsis menu.
yeah, it's in that little three dot thing. So if you give,
It's an ellipsis, man. Vertical
yeah,
ellipsis.
I call it the three dot because ellipses are supposed to be horizontal.
Yeah, that's why it's called a vertical ellipsis.
Ooh,
It's literally
you got me.
the icon name is V-ellipsis. But if it's 3 bars, it's a hamburger menu.
Hmm.
See, I guess it's something that I didn't realize, seeing as how I can see everyone's names.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky
Yeah, it's one of those
being the GM.
being
You
able
don't
to see
know.
everything.
Yeah, you see everything by default.
So yeah, I don't realize what other people can't see. Trying to work my way through the units and turn on.
Oh my gosh, all these names.
Yeah.
It's poopy. I love it.
It's a big spoopy skull face.
Okay, I don't get the all things become. What mech is that? Yeah, but what mech is it? I don't recognize the.
It's the crab.
Okay.
All things become
all things
crabs.
become crab. I'm not familiar with that meme. I'm sorry.
Oh,
So we have a church of carcinization follower here, huh?
Look, I'm just saying, you have the crab, you have the king crab, you have the hermit crab. How many
The
crab
crab
eggs
is
are
the
there?
ultimate form.
No, it's kind of like an evolution meme that multiple times in Earth's history, things have just become crap.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a theme in a book series I read. There's this church called the Church of Carcinization.
The Church of
and
Carcinization.
all the people that follow it act like craps.
Soon
try
we too will
try
become
to
crab.
achieve. Yeah.
See, that's
trying
probably
to achieve the ultimate form of crab.
That's probably what the what those cultists in the Alien game that you were playing, Ackerson. That's probably what the church they belong to. They see this other being that takes this human form and then gives it an exoskeleton. Like, this is our step towards carcinization.
Yes, so we're going to put them all in our bellies and have a little window in our bellies so we can watch it grow.
Yes.
That don't sound
That'll
creepy
work out.
at all.
Great.
Yeah, they were weird looking things, but and then they just talk normally, which surprised me. They have like all this cybernetic stuff sticking out of them, and like a face mask covering up their lower portion of their face, but they just talk normally, and I'm like that's weird to me.
Yeah. It's like, I can see a hole in your chest where your lungs should be. How are you talking?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you have no stomach. It's just a giant tank with a newborn xenomorph swimming around in it.
All right. What do you all think about our general path of advance?
What
Are you gonna try
is
to-
intended path of advance?
Well,
gonna try
I'm
to
thinking
move our
I'm
way
going to
into
use
the middle?
my scout group here that I now have access to scout that out for us and answer that question.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great.
Group that you have access to, you mean my entire forces?
And that too. I mean, we have scout assets here. This is a question we shouldn't be asking.
Yeah, you have scout trucks, scout tanks, scout mechs. You have a Steiner scout mech.
Yeah, we even have a Steiner scout. We can scout the hell out of this place, guys.
I feel like I should just absorb all scout units. So I'll take the Atlas.
Oh, so you take my scout truck in the back
That's the way
too.
up.
I did get a kick out of printing out the Destiny's mech lists. When you get to medium intersphere mechs, it's like, we will give you the Phoenix Hawk, and then the trio of 5'8" jump 55 tonners.
No Centurion, no Hunchback,
No
none of
Centurion.
the awesome 50 ton.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
none of the
crap.
great 50 tonners. They just
That's crime.
only the Phoenix Hawk, Shadow Hawk, Griffin, and Wolverine.
Everybody knows 55 and 60 tons the dead man zone as far as
The
mechs.
45s and the 55s, they just jump 10 tons.
Yeah. It jumps about all they do.
Because 55 is the optimum weight class for the 585 movement profile, using standard 30-25 build rules.
Always feel so light on armament, though. That's what I don't like about the 55 tonners. They're either very mobile with good armor, and that's it. Like, none of them really have a good punch to them.
All of them,
If they do, it's not sustained.
all of them definitely opted for more armor. I mean, I think the Wolverine 6M is probably
That's the large laser jump, ain't it?
it still has full, by getting rid of the autocannon 5, which in this weight class, the autocannon 5 is just a waste of weight.
It is.
By swapping that out for the large laser and an extra medium laser and extra heat sinks and extra armor, it vastly improved the firepower and the protection without sacrificing mobility.
Right, and that's what it needed.
Yeah,
The AC-5 just wasn't doing it.
no. I mean, having the if you want the PPC range bracket, just put a PPC in it. Except then when I read the
Story
original,
reasons.
yeah, when I read the lore on the Wolverine, it was supposed to have a PPC, but they couldn't get any. It's like, oh. That's why I have the Wolverine N line for Nicklin. Like, it's like the Mech Frog variants. The N line Wolverines all have PPCs.
Actually, for recon, I've got the 2 recon units. We can actually kind of spread it out. And I was kind of thinking scout truck, bat kind of recon pattern to Z. Kind of the zigzag Z.
Well, how are you going to zigzag Z in some trucks on this terrain? This is like not even with water.
Hey, these are future trucks, my God. They can drift
and-
anything. Future truck can figure it out.
Well, yeah, because
Huge truck. That's why they made mechs.
the Prowler can go through the water,
Yeah.
and the wheeled truck can go through the lightwood and the rubble.
There's all sorts of ways for the light truck to get across this map. It's just a question of what's standing in its way to
I
do
just
so.
figured like, the best way for the vehicles would be like up through this way where it's a clearer route, and then have the bug band run through the rough stuff along. I'm guessing at this point Blinky's arrow.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm drawing.
I haven't drawn any arrows. See, I was looking more like a second arrow going up the middle here.
Okay, so yeah, that's where the trucks will
Yeah.
go, and then the bug
Yeah, that's what I
band.
was thinking for them too. Yeah, because it's clear terrain for them. They'll
And
have
they've
an
got
easier
high
time
points.
moving.
They got high points they can pull onto to shoot, too, along the way.
I got a high point right here.
That is a high point.
I like the dog bone high point down here, but we can't take it with us.
I can swoop around Blinky's recon route since mechs are more capable terrain wise.
Now I've got one important question to ask, and I've been holding off, but now's the time to ask it. Do we still have comms on these people? Like we took their dropship, their IFF's probably showing us as friendly to make this whole thing work when we landed. So, do we have any comms access on them from that?
All right. Well, as of right now, you're technically still on the dropship, looking at the map, planning your landing arrangement.
Yeah, this is us looking at the map table.
Right.
Right. So I can ask this at the map table. Do we have any comms info on them? Do we have any encryption keys or frequencies that we know will work?
The techs are still trying to secure an encryption key out of the computer. The crew, when they realized that they were going to lose the dropship, tried to eliminate that type of information. So we're seeing what we can salvage.
Yeah, they tried to wipe the data.
Yeah.
Typical.
Oh, what's the scale we're working with?
Let me see what the scale. So this is Destiny scale. Let me see if the
90 meters for a hex.
Did it get set that way? 90 meters per hex? I think that's correct for Destiny
Yeah,
scale.
going one hex is 90 meters.
Yeah, that's correct for Destiny scale. Okay.
So who's going to be our designated anchor for this?
So are we moving at Destiny speeds then?
Yes.
Okay. Are we firing at Destiny ranges?
Yes.
Okay. So I have written down here 5 hexes for... No, that can't be right.
No, because the ranges are 1.
Oh, here we go. 3 and 6.
1, 3, and
Yeah,
6.
1, 3, and 6. 90, 270, 540.
All right.
It's in our notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. That's my medium. That's my long. Okay. And old Frosty is still going to have to get up close. All right. So we have our 2 more mobile wings covering our flanks. I'll be pushing up.
We're back, guys.
Okay. I'll be pushing up the anchor group up towards the center into the midst of this ruined, burnt-out forest. And we'll hopefully be able to piece together some better intelligence about what is opposing us.
All right, if Bugman's taking the southerly route, I'll have my vehicles go the north route.
Yeah. This seems to be a decent walking path.
And we can spread out. We can spread recon out some too between those 2 units, so we should be able to cover everything fine. And welcome back.
All right, so what were you guys talking about while I was gone?
The vehicle recon.
We're just...
Since you're going kind of southwest side of the map, the vehicle recon's going to go kind of north.
Yeah.
And then my units will kind of just form the main line between those 2 flanks.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because by our powers combined, we should have a good sight picture of everything between us.
Right, and since the other vehicles are pretty much all direct fire. They're good being at the outskirts of whatever the anchor gets into anyway.
All right. Well, depending on how much resistance we face here, we might have to change our act on the fly. I'm hoping if their defenders are slight, or if we get bogged down in combat, I'm hoping a few units that are fast can still run back towards that target zone and destroy supplies and or artillery across the river and still escape.
Yeah, there's some like small gaps in the river that we can use to like quickly ford if we need to.
And I believe it would be wise to try to capture the artillery and only destroy it if left with no options. We could use those guns, especially if they're mobile.
We're
That
going
would
the
be
Military 3
ideal.
route where we're slowly rebuilding our entire army from salvage.
Yep.
As is the free way.
No, the Cruz is
That
just
would
thinking,
be ideal.
okay, over here I'll park the rail guns, over here I'll park the Arrow Force, over here I'll park the Long Toms.
Oh, look, they brought Davy Crockett's for the Arrow 4.
Put on your glasses, kids. This is going to be a flash.
Well, if the
If you
rest
can
of
see
us
the
are
flash,
tied,
you're about to go blind.
if the rest of us are tied down in combat, I leave that to the discretion of the whoever manages to break through the lines.
Yeah.
It's certainly circumstantial. I'm just saying, if you see a possibility of it, try it. Scare them away from the gun, and we'll salvage it later. Or find out the bowling point of a howitzer is higher than that of a person manning it. If you're Frosty.
I was going to say, that sounds like a job for Frosty. If you want to kill the operators, but not the equipment.
Gonna have some hard-boiled artillery tanks.
What phosphorus? We got any of that laying around?
No, that will definitely burn through the artillery piece. All right. So, is there anything you guys want to do regarding the comms?
I would, and that's what I've been over here debating, and I just keep finding myself at a not enough information sort of area. So I'm kind of waiting to see what the techs figure out and what we encounter in the field before I.
Why don't we
Try to
just
work
keep
the
it
magic.
passive? Try to do
Yeah.
passive listening in, no jamming, because we want to.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, I don't want to upset the natural order, so to speak, until we know what we're dealing with and can know what kind of benefit we would get from it. Otherwise, we might just be coming in, broadcasting our arrival, and that's not what we want to do.
All right.
If we wanted to do that, we would just blast some music.
Exactly. And I'm more than prepared to blast the music, believe me. I'm even picking out a playlist. But
Time for ECM playlist number 5.
it's time for easy listening.
We're going to flood the airwaves with some smooth jazz.
Ooh, that's exactly what I was thinking about.
Skinny G.
The best of Yanni. Time to put him to sleep.
Or just start showing the video, that Lord of the Dance guy.
All right.
Just everybody's got this tap dancing Irishman on their screen.
All right. So that's everyone's plan for the comms. I should say everyone's in agreement with that plan for the comms.
Yeah, be
Okay.
passive and play that one by ear.
Okay.
Agreed.
All right. And you guys have made your plans for how you want to ingress. You guys can go ahead and arrange your units on the map how you want. You all should have control of your units now.
And we're here to rear end the SLDF forces up against our people, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure I have the objective clear in mind going into this.
How fast do the commandos go? Are they the same speed as the locusts?
No, they are a 3.6, or I'm sorry, a 6.96. Or in this terms, they are a. Oh no, they don't jump. Never mind. They're a 3.
They're a non-jumping commando? What good are they?
I'm sitting here thinking there is a jumping commando?
Yeah, they're normally like they jump with SRM2s in the arms, right? Like that's their whole.
I've never known a jumping commando. They've always been grounded and just run real fast with SRM2s. That's why they just get pitch black oblivion all the time.
Commando. It's now I'm just pulling it up. I just gotta know, what are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like one of the classic mechs from the Crescent Hawk's Inception.
Yeah, these are 2Ds.
Yeah, they even mounted jump jets.
They what?
No.
I tell you, commandos don't jump.
7B has jump jets.
Oh, so you got to get way down in the line.
7J.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta get to the 7s.
Yeah, the standard's a 2D.
I just did like a search for jump jets on the Sarna page, and it was talking about the Stinger, and I didn't realize that's what it was talking about.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course it jumps. It was one of the original Lambs.
Yeah, no, Commando's actually a really heavy-hitting missile mech for a light mech.
Yeah, but it
SRM6, SRM4, medium laser. Yeah.
Or you got the large laser, medium laser, like I think SRM2 option, the 1B.
Which version is it that I have?
You have the 2D, the standard.
SRM10, ain't it? Or 8?
Basically, 10. Yeah, SRM10 with the medium laser.
Yeah, exactly.
And you T on them really hard, you'll take them down.
Then I want to do this differently. There we go. In fact, they're going to be back. Figuring out my formation.
Yeah.
Dela Cruz will probably move with the Gauss tanks the majority of the time just to keep them cloaked, or move with whoever he's trying to keep hidden. Like, big skull mechs that don't show up on radar. No hints or nothing.
That's what really makes them spooky, is when they don't show up.
Well, I mean, in this point in history, the Atlas is so new, there's a possibility a lot of the troops on the side that's using them have never seen one.
That's true. So, yeah, it's one of those things where it may not be in the mech registers. It's like, unknown massive hunk of metal. Is it? I think it's a Mackie? That's a 100-ton mech, right? Yeah.
And if it's ECM jammed, they're not even going to get that.
Yeah.
They're just going to be like, it's Ghost! Oh God, it's got a skull!
Why
is it the Black Marauder? No!
Why is it painted black with a white handprint over its head? It's saying something about man flesh?
Something about hobbits, the Isengard?
Yeah. Meanwhile, the mercenary unit, the fighting Urukai, starts breathing heavy. Because they didn't get wiped out by the Taurians until much later in the timeline.
I want to know what kind of oddball play group does one of the Marian Hegemony games, or that weird one that's, I think it was the Marian Hegemony, the Roman crazy people. Okay, that's the ones I was wanting to. That's the ones I was thinking of.
Yeah, the ancient Roman cosplayers.
Yeah, What kind of play group plays a Marion Hegemony game? What?
People who got like way
It's about the
into
Roman Empire.
yeah.
We're wacky, but are we that wacky? I don't think so.
And then you have all
Go for it.
the matriarchal mobsters playing Canopus, going, "We are not all cat girls
Or mermen.
or mermen. We are the leading. We are the cutting edge of the medical field in the inner sphere. Shut your face. They will never find your body."
Do the cat girls go fishing for mermen?
They go catfishing for mermen.
I can only imagine that the Marion Hegemony mechs have SPQR down their arms, and all the mech warriors have SPQR branded in their arms.
Like, I'm surprised they weren't the ones who invented the mech shield.
Right?
Not every shield is a tower shield, though. Like,
Who else can picture a few lances
it
of
has like a
Phoenix Hawk?
traditional knight-looking shield. So,
Who else can picture a couple lances of Phoenix Hawks with shields and spears taking up a phalanx?
Couple lances of Dark Knights with tower shields and swords.
Oh, but if you're going to have a shield formation, you need the spears.
I don't think there is a mech scale spear.
There needs to be.
it's the lance. That's just what they use for it. They do have.
Oh, there is a
some,
lance?
Yeah, and there's some combine mechs that have
Oh, of course it needs all that.
that have spears, and I think they're just flavored lances or something like that.
Okay.
They went really deep later on with the like samurai armor looking mechs, deeper than they did initially, and they have like they have like the pole arm with the curved sword blade at the end. They have a mech with one of those like
Oh, nice.
Kadachi or something like that?
Yeah. And it's all just flavored as whatever the existing weapons are, but
Right.
like, you know, for fluff, and it looks great. I mean,
Like they're
who doesn't want a mech with one of those?
like they're mech scale katanas. It's just a sword, but it's a katana.
Yeah, exactly.
And fried chicken.
All right. Give me some.
He's going to ask for a roll, and mine's going to suck.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
yeah. Give me some tactics rolls to see how well you guys execute your sneaky phase.
Oh no. See, my guy doesn't know about tactics yet.
Let's see, that was 2d6 plus skill.
His tactics.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't even pass that.
I almost.
Yeah,
Hey, wait. I could use an edge point, couldn't I?
I don't even
You
have
could,
a
but you only have
skill.
a 50-50 chance of bettering your score.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
We could use an edge to lower your roll.
You're right. I do have 2 6s in my roll.
I've got 2 edge now. I'm willing to part with one because I've played most of this campaign with just 1 edge. So, if anyone else wants to step up, they can. Otherwise, I'll use 1 edge to knock down his difficulty check.
All right.
have the one
Here's
edge.
my tactics check. 10.
Is it just int if you don't have the skill?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Get ready for this. Just
Hey,
slightly better than
nice.
Blinky.
All right. So Zero, you're burning one of your edge to reroll one of the reroll one of the 6s.
Yep.
All right. Now I need to remember how.
Burn that edge.
There, I put it in chat so we have
All
it
right.
recorded.
We'll see if I did this roll thing right.
You're just rolling 1d6, right?
I mean, come on. It's got to be lower than a 6.
It was a 5.
Hey, that's enough for me to tie it.
All right.
I was just one behind anyway.
All right. Let me get some things set up.
Yeah, that edge could be handy later, but having more information right off the bat can make or break the entire battle.
It
And
might, yeah.
I'm willing to spend one edge for that advantage.
Okay. So go ahead and move everyone up to the ends of their little arrows.
The ends of their little arrows.
Yeah, they're little recon driving arrows.
The ones, okay, just our recon units?
And however far Anchor Group would be able to move in that turn, that amount of time.
Oh. Okay.
So I imagine Anchor, yeah, the fast Anchor can probably make it all the way up to there. The slow Anchor, if they're moving at the speed of Atlas, they're going to be a bit behind.
I'm moving like over here.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they fit in their hexes this time. Usually when I move the whole group, they're like off.
I figure the vehicles can just do their sprint speed the whole time, pretty much. Oh, yeah, what's the movement on an alicorn? Is it a 4-6? Let me
still
look
have
it
that
real
up?
quick.
No, I don't still have that up.
I'm looking it up right now.
All right. Disarna!
Yep, 2 Sarna.
3-5.
Yeah, okay. So that means under the Destiny rules, it's double walking speed for your sprint speed or whatever, right?
Right.
So that's what I've been going off of. So we'll just say he's having to drive harder to keep up with everyone else. But I'm moved to all the other vehicles forward, so...
Alicorn has a crew of 7 dudes.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I need more
7.
people.
7! That's insane. Like, even if each Gauss rifle had its own loader and gunner, like, God,
There's 2 guys who just repeat the commands of the commander.
right?
Yeah. Turn left, turn left, turn left.
See, that's why
Turn
the
left.
Alicorn breaks so much, because you have the one guy who's just bored and is, like, tinkering with things. He's, like, randomly unscrewing shit because he has nothing to do.
He's probably busy the entire time trying to keep the damn thing running, according to the lore description of it. It's junk.
All right. I need some of these scout vehicles to move closer to the end of that. You know what? Never mind. I will just adjust.
What do you need? What do you need?
No. It's fine. I will just
I will comply.
adjust my plan 2.
Like, I can move my guys wherever you want them to be. I
No,
just
no,
moved the whole
not
group.
it's not your guys. It's the vehicles.
Oh. Oh.
We got an advantage on a plan that no longer applies. Damn it.
Well, you know, we were told move to the end of the arrow, and then your guys aren't at the end of the arrow.
Oh, well, it's because I thought that line was for the main vehicles, and I was going to have mine go more north, so I went like more north of the line with them.
Yeah, I thought that was their scout path.
Okay, well that's no problem. I'll move them up.
No,
to the arrow.
it's fine. I already readjusted.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. Don't touch nothing.
All right. So as the scout truck crests that hill, it sees a light enemy lance.
And of course, Salazar immediately reports that they have spotted a light enemy lance moving southwest. Blah 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 blah.
Good job, Salazar.
Salazar never fails a recon.
Salazar never fails to report in. This could be a key plot point later, so remember that.
Oh, dude, you're like foreshadow damning Salazar to the grave. Be careful there, man.
You gonna tell us
that
that your girl
Salazar
back home?
hasn't reported in a while. No.
Exactly.
Being
Careful
ambushed.
there, Halls.
Get ready.
I don't go weaving tales of your unit's demise, so.
When's your retirement day? Was that next week?
Oh no,
Is that a
2 weeks.
And you can't wait to see her again?
Fly fishing, you say?
Uh-oh.
You say that she gave birth to your son that you've never seen yet?
Oh god, what did I do? I kicked something. Okay. Okay, fix
Oh,
that.
thanks for showing me that picture of that golden retriever. That must be a great dog.
All my things broke. I kicked a cord.
Oh no.
We win. We made the
Uh,
GM destroy himself.
He rolled a real hard 1, and now we have the advantage. So we should capitalize on it.
right?
The scout truck's going to single-handedly shoot all the enemy lands, pew, 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 and we have now defeated them.
With his
And there's
fatal
nothing
medium
you
laser.
can do about it. That's right. Well, it's got a man on that medium laser. You know,
He rolled the spare tire down the hill and it took out one of the light mechs.
the bat popped
That's all
up.
it takes.
The bat popped up with anger and just really focused the sensors really hard on that locust, so
Right.
it microwaved him.
Turn the Beagle active probe into a directed energy weapon.
Like, seriously, it's to some degree, I feel like the BAP and the Guardian should have some capability like that. But I digress. Anyway,
We're again trying to apply modern understanding of technology to a 1980s game.
yeah, I had to stop because I was about to say, well, for that matter, anything with a radar in this game,
Yeah.
which is everything.
All right. So, in this position, if you, with how you did on the tactics roll, you were able to see them in this position where you are not seen, but you don't necessarily have an advantage.
So we have located them, and they haven't located us, and we're kind of watching them move at this point.
Right. Now,
Okay.
Now, fortunately, with the way the rest of everyone is arranged, everyone else is kind of out of range.
Yeah, they're like over a kilometer away from Anchor.
Yeah.
Which means we need to give them time to move to where we want to kill them.
Over 2 kilometers from Bug Band. Yeah.
And there's lots of
That's-
woods in the way.
Yeah.
That means-
yeah. All woods.
But that's good because we've only got one data point to go off of. That they're here and they're facing that way. That gives us a few turns to figure out where they're actually traveling, get set up to receive them, maybe even bait them or push them in a direction.
Well, and we could move anchor into these woods for cover since they're an indirect fire. At least the fire band is indirect fire.
And the devastated woods, do they count as cover still?
They count as
Light, maybe?
light wood cover.
Is it enough to, kind of... Well, yeah, you should be able to hide in some of it then, I guess. There's hills there, too, along that line at the top of Anchor.
Yeah, a little bit of an incline. All right.
So
hearing that there is that light lance moving southerly, I think I would like to reposition the fire team, kind of hug up against the side of those hills, and I'd like to have the rest of the anchor company still marching forward as planned to hopefully link up with the rest of us.
we could always use the scout truck to squirrel. It's not going to outrun all of them, but it's going to run fast enough to lure them into fire.
I could have a single mech of mine just jump up into the air. It's a kilometer off. They'll spot us.
Here I am! Because, yeah, the Atlas only moves one. He is
boy.
so...
Well, I mean, he's got to move forward anyway, right? Like,
Yeah, so it's like he has to. He can sprint to keep up with everyone else's walk to go to.
he might as well. He's not shooting anyone for a while.
All right. That's my setup. Hopefully we can do an ambush. Let's see. Anything on that left flank?
Negative.
I'd say keep pushing along.
All right, so you want me to ignore them and just keep going?
I think so.
All right.
Go ahead.
Okay. Then yeah. So then I'm gonna move my guys this way early, up on this hill around. Well, I'll just move through the forest.
You know, it just occurs to me, should we even engage these guys?
I mean, we don't want them hitting us in the back. So if we can make short work of them.
It's not them hitting us that I'm worried about. It's the artillery they can call in.
Well, if we can make short work of them where they can't, radio in, hooray.
Yeah,
but like otherwise.
So you want to Steiner scout them?
I don't.
Until that day Salazar doesn't report back, is kind of what I'm getting at.
Like unless you want Bugman to fall back and hide, because they're heading towards Bugman currently, as far as we know.
As far as we know, but they could also be doing a
on the
patrol.
wrong side of the hill for that. So like I could move south directly and just then move west so that I stay behind the hill. But until we know more, if we just don't want to engage them at all, and that way they don't spot my guys as they come that way.
It's not so much them reporting out that I'm worried about, because I can take care of that. It's them not reporting back at all. But then again, if we're just on the offensive and rolling through, it doesn't really matter, and I'm just overthinking things.
Right. Like our choices are: we take them out or we hide and let them pass.
Yeah, and I'm thinking if we hid and let them pass, we might be able to skirt behind them and take out whatever support or artillery.
So if that's what we want to do, I'll move Bug Band south so I can hide behind the hill because I'm currently on the visible side of the hill.
But we'd also be foolish to assume that's the only lance on the map.
Correct, but it's the only one we know of now, and
Right.
they will eventually see me currently.
I'm just overthinking things. Kill them.
I mean, it's a valid point. Like, if we engage now, that could tip guys off that we're coming.
They're
won't
going to be
know
tipped
it's
off
not just-
inevitably. So.
Right, but it's like XCOM 2. Is this the point where we want to break concealment,
Yeah.
or do we want to break concealment later?
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly the dilemma I've got going on.
What do you think, Blinky? What are your thoughts?
If they're moving more due south, they're going to bump into me and my group nonetheless.
And I'm right there
if
with you.
If their passage starts bending west or easterly, that'll change things up. So I think my position is still going to be in that original design of that anchor circle.
I think here's something I just thought of. We don't want them to engage the anchor. Because then they're going to, if they do manage to report something out, they're going to be able to report out the force size. Whereas,
What else are they going to engage? There's nothing else in range to take them out except your BAP and scout truck.
True.
So like, all right. So how about this? Why don't we have it where I hide behind the hill in case they do break west? We'll hide. If they go south and become in range of anchor engages and we spring the trap upon them and take them out quickly, because I'm pretty sure at that point all of anchor will be there, and that should be able to take that force out quickly. Whereas if they head west, we don't have to engage them at all, and I can come up behind them and just kind of trail them from afar.
Sounds good.
I'm down for letting them move some and respond accordingly.
It gives us a little more information on where they're going, if they're going to go west or if they're going to go south. Because if they go south, we kill them anyway, right? Like, that's it. If they go south, they die. If they go west, we tail them. And we kill them later.
They're dead either way, but...
Yeah. It's just we don't have to kill them right now.
The question is who's going to come asking questions in that eventuality.
All right, so I'm going to start moving south. Do I just move them individually? Yeah, their speed, so the 4 and the 3.
Yeah, unless you want to just move everyone 3, or say that the commandos are running to keep up with the 4.
Yeah, we'll run to keep up with the 4. I think that's okay. We're not planning on firing, so be 1, 2. Let me just kind of figure out what it's going to look like. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Is going up the hill going to count as 2? Yeah. No. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so then this should be 1, 2, 3. We'll get that for now. So that's what they can move this turn, and it kind of starts to conceal them. So, yay.
You can have multiple units in one space.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, that's called point blank range. Like, that's technically what you have to do in order to do like physical attacks and stuff. And
okay.
These
these
are 90-meter hexes.
That's well, yeah. Even the 20 by 30 meter is big for like a locust.
Right.
All right. Cool. We'll just tighten up along this hill so it's a little more concealed.
Okay.
And then I'll continue to move down another level next turn.
All right. So the fire band of anchor is staying in place. What about the anvil group over there?
They're going to keep moving up to try to link up with the rest of the group.
Okay.
So another.
I think they just had move 2, right?
Oh, that's right. They already had.
Yeah, Already
So
moved to.
it's my turn to move.
Ah.
And they go, "Who drew this giant orange arrow here? Someone's been here."
Sir,
Dang,
there's a
kid.
giant arrow on the ground.
Those graffiti artists.
It's Banksy.
Oh no! Wait, it's just the gas company. They're you know how they draw the lines on the street.
The pipes are, yeah.
Careful, guys. There's a
Perfect.
pipeline under here. All right. What about the main force of the Hussars?
But a mute won't help. I'm kind of moving relative to the anchors anyway at this point, so we'll probably just kind of advance and try to stay covered. My scouts are definitely going to move accordingly and try to stay hidden up there.
Salazar crests over this ridge, sees the lance of Max, and just freezes. Goes, "If I don't move, they won't see me."
Yeah, you just kind of back up.
Yeah.
I moved the BAP over. That's within 4 of it, so it can hide behind the hill. And I'm assuming the BAP can X-ray eyes like Legolas. Sort of its whole thing to see with its elven eyes. And I believe my ECM... De La Cruz is moving over here in front of the Atlas. In anticipation of...
Since there's pretty decent line of sight that way.
Well, not only that, if they get close enough to be a threat, he can make this whole group go beep. And when you have an Atlas disappearing from reality, shit can go chaos real quick. That's just kind of what... Exactly.
The Atlas doesn't exist yet.
So he's just going to get in front of Skullmech in case he needs to pull a David Copperfield on that group for maximum effort and effect. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Is it still 1 for moving through cover, or is it 2?
1.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's rolling dice on us again.
Yeah, I know. But the Hussars are Hussard. He sounds disappointed, so we must have rolled good. It must have been in our favor. I hope.
No, this was rolling to see if they line of sighted the Atlas from a kilometer away.
Well, I mean, I would like to dispute the possibility. But I can't.
Oh, I can assure you, I can visually ID an F4 Phantom from 10 kilometers away. You can spot an Atlas from 1 kilometer.
Yeah, big evil metal scarecrow can definitely be spotted.
Yeah. So they spot it visually, but the ECM is stopping anything from coming up on sensors. Gosh, is there a luck skill?
Edge.
It's got edge.
Luck is just one of my many skills.
Oh, wait, do you have an actual luck skill?
No, I was just quoting Macros Plus.
Oh.
Isamu Dyson would say that. Luck is just one of my many skills.
It does sound something like something Dyson would say. Dang it. Alright.
Did you see the 4-part miniseries or the movie? Or both?
I've seen both.
Okay.
Yes.
And it always bugs me that the 4-part miniseries has the short version of the fight between Bowman and the
The
X9.
X1.
Yeah.
Or yeah. I like how you get a little bit more of Isamu's backstory though at the beginning.
Yeah, it's like
Like
overall,
why he got moved.
overall the miniseries is much better, but the shorter movie has the better fight between the
Yes.
YF-21 and the X9.
It does. But you understand why everybody was like, Dyson, you're such a rebel.
You're such a
You're a
shithead,
wild
yeah.
card. Yeah. And it wasn't that.
He's Space
he
Maverick.
Yeah, and he was that good. He was a zero.
Yeah. All right. Somebody give me an opposed. Someone give me a straight.
Stars opposed.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, say it's an intelligence roll, please.
Oh no! Wait. If I'm doing a straight 2d6 roll,
Oh,
I wanna...
I'm going to lose that.
All right. Your difficulty is 6 on a straight 2d6 roll.
Versus
I knew
what?
it.
You lost. All right.
If it's a roll, I will fail it. Well, look at that overachiever and his big bad 6. You got enough multiples of 3 in there to give Tesla an arousal or something. He was nuts about that.
In the world of Battletech, Tesla was bought out long ago.
No,
I was
he meant
thinking
Nikola.
Yeah, I meant Nikola Tesla. He had a thing about the number 3 to the extreme.
They are swinging down to
And a
investigate.
pigeon, but we don't talk about the pigeon.
Oh yes, his laser-eyed pigeons.
Well, the one he was married to.
Yeah.
But as I said, we don't talk about the pigeons.
Come on, let me grab the thing. I want to grab the thing. Maybe I need to move it over here and pivot it. Okay. All right. So yep, they're moving down to investigate.
Okay.
De La Cruz is hot on monitoring the comms. Can he pick up anything encrypted, and anything unencrypted, and anything he can decrypt? Anything. It's got a nice tune.
Someone's making a payment online with their phone.
Ooh, I'm gonna skim it. What's that credit card number, you fool?
Someone's getting pinged about their Mex extended warranty.
Your extended warranty is about to expire.
They're just getting local, just comms between them being, what the hell is that big thing over there? Is that one of our new mechs? Oh shit, let's go check it out.
Yeah, I was about to say, one question, did anyone repaint any of their captured machinery?
Nope.
No, I didn't. You're marching around in an Atlas still in SLDF colors, huh?
We know it's ours.
They don't know it's ours.
Now the question is, how long until they take notice of the fact that it's surrounded by Torian-colored units?
Right?
Oh my god!
The rest of them are hidden, aren't they?
You could totally say that you're some sort of officer in the SLDF and these are your prisoners.
It's not even so much that the other units are hidden, it's that the Atlas has the trait distracting.
Yeah. It's the skull on the face.
Yeah. And the giant shoulder
All right.
pads, and yeah, it's a very intimidating figure.
Possibly even a small laser-etched penis in the face.
You know, I did do that to my son once when my Urban Mech fought his Atlas.
What a good father.
All right. I'm gonna radio into Spoopy. I'm just gonna tell him, stand up, let him approach. Everyone else, take positions.
I feel like the demon squad down there is in a good position.
All right, so you're having Spoopy move forward.
Yep.
I don't think the demon moves that fast.
No, I was just playing with
Like I don't.
clicks and didn't realize it would make it blink when I was done. I was just want to make sure I had range for Gauss rifles to cover them.
I was gonna say I fired myself out of the Gauss rifle.
We have changed the physics of the universe. When we fire a projectile, the projectile stays, and we fire forward.
It's the ultimate in charging attacks.
In some strange twist of physics, we manage massive negative inertia.
All right. Has everyone moved in response to their moving down?
Yes.
Okay.
I've not, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to move the scout truck up behind the hills a little bit more.
All right.
Oh, yeah, and I'm going to move him down for ECM reasons.
Like I'm kind of hiding behind the figure. Oh, and you're moving behind the hill now.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, you know what? I should move. So, yeah, there. I'm done. I'm not moving anything else. No more red mage antics for me.
Can GID this lance? Is it light, or what are we facing off at?
Give me a perception roll.
All right. Roll 6 plus 3.
It is a light lance with 1 medium.
All right.
Ouch.
Play it cool, Spoopy.
Right. If everyone's ready, I'll do the next set of movement.
Yep.
I am so thrilled to discover that Jiffy is full of robot jocks chips.
Right? Anytime someone does something for Macross Plus, I counter with a Macross 7.
Oh, yeah. I just decided to look over at the chat.
We're having fun.
Yes.
Like, yes, piloting a Veritic fighter by mind. All right. How about flying a Veritic fighter by guitar?
One would be good for me, the other would be good for Riley.
Man, I would love to have someone do, like, even an arcadey space combat sim or flight combat sim with a Guitar Hero controller. Like, that'd be amazing.
I can already see how you could do it with Ace Combat and Guitar Hero controller for PlayStation.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh, that'd be great.
Like, you might need to get a little funky in there. Or you may even need to do it on a PC where you can emulate an older Ace Combat and have your own maybe API for control in there to, or
just,
not
it
even
just
that.
translates to like Xbox controller or PlayStation controller. Yeah.
Really, I'm thinking you could remap it. Actually, you wouldn't even need to get that fancy. You could just remap it through the EMU. I mean, if people could play Doom with a potato.
Well, yeah.
or on PDF.
Right, PDF Doom's going around here
Oh
lately.
my god.
Oops.
You can
sorry.
now play Doom in a document. What?
People used to be playing shit like Dark Souls with a DDR pad, so I could totally see Ace Combat with the Guitar Hero controller.
Alright, let's see.
If you have the whole Rock Band set up, then you can do the entire Firebomber squadron of Macross 7.
Yes! Alright.
This next tune we call Carpet Bomb. Take us away, Puff.
Has everyone made their moves?
I think so.
Yes.
Let me look real quick. We were talking
In that I have
Macross
not.
stuff.
Can I rotate them?
I ADHD out pretty hard, so let me make sure. Yeah, the Alicorn should still be in SLDF colors. So
I'm just going to move guys out so I can rotate them, and then I'll move them back in.
the De La Cruz is just hiding in the middle of the big stuff down there, cause the big stuff's going to get shot at first, and he can hide it. Kind of. He can fuck with things better there, in theory.
There we go. All we did was turn around in case we need to come in. Otherwise, we're confident we're not needed in this engagement. We're just going to watch our sensors just in case something else starts showing up.
Alright. Now, they are going to make a perception check. And they failed.
Yay!
Get that planner out of here.
You dare refuse our batch-all?
You filthy surat.
She just speaks clan in the original French.
What?
Instead of Quiaf.
She speaks it in the original Ghost Bear. Because I think that I could be entirely wrong, but that's the first time I can remember hearing Kiaf actually said Kiaf is the Ghost Bear Legacy intro.
Well, was that intro canon?
Yes, it was in a cannon that was fired.
and it blew off the vulture's arm in one shot.
That's what I thought. It was apocryphal.
Yeah. Not only was it canon, it was ultra canon.
Auto cannon, even.
Alright, well, I think this is the point we spring our trap. Let's blast these guys off the planet.
I mean, if they get any closer, we're going to be playing paper, rock, scissors with them.
All right. So now that they are well inside sensor range, you see that you are up against a locust, 2 wasps, and a phoenix hawk.
And I guess it's about this time that the comms for them should be blocked out by something, huh? I don't think I have a solve
try that.
for this particular scenario. Let's see.
All right. So they failed their perception check to notice the non-SLDF mechs either in the woods or standing in between the Atlas and the Alicorn. They are just too enthralled by getting to see an Atlas up close.
Do we really want to kill them? They can tell us what this thing's called.
I don't know. The inside just says AS7D. I don't know what it's acid. Is it an acid? I think it's an acid.
An acid? Yeah, okay.
All right. So, why don't we try using the abstract battle mech support pages? How do you want to do this?
Okay.
Like, I can say the rest of my old Fire Lance is a Recon Lance, and then the other half of Anchor is a Strike Lance. Is that workable, or what do you think?
I would say that your Recon Lance is a bit of a heavy Recon Lance, so I would say that instead of you would have 2 targets that get 2 damage and 2 targets that get 1 damage as a way to try to scale between the Recon and Strike. Because I would call Bug Band a Recon Lance. You have far more firepower than that.
So that was my original firefighter group. And should we just use the Strike Lance setup here? That's on page 51.
So
for the other half.
Let's see, it's 4 separate targets. All right, so I'll just basically roll damage for each target. Roll the damage location. Let me get the paper up. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go from bottom to top as 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And we're gonna roll a 1d4 to see where the 2-point or which mechs get 2 damage applied to them.
Okay.
All right, so the Locust and the middle Wasp. Okay. Oh, dang it. I knew there was something I overlooked.
And you're tracking individual armor for these units, aren't you?
The things I had to get ready, all the things I used to get ready, none of them included a table that actually tells me what the rolls are for locations.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So
I think I've got that. Yeah.
For the Locust.
Oh yeah, I could have told you that.
I'll just use the easy difficulty button because it rolls a straight 2d6. Takes a damage to the right arm. Alright, so that blows off the armor. The second point of damage goes to the
left
leg. Which it has plenty of armor down there. So the Locust is damaged, but not heavily. The first Wasp gets hit in the head. Anyone want to spend a point to make that?
Play my plot. What do we have to spend?
I guess it's only 1 point of damage anyway. So.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be 1 point.
He takes
they still got armor up there.
The chip to the noggin.
Scratch the ferroglass
No,
plate.
actually, on a wasp that. Wow, these things are very lightly armored.
Mm-hmm.
That is all the armor on the head. The second one takes the
Now they're
first
driving
point of
a convertible.
damage to the center torso. And the second point of damage also to the center torso. So his torso armor is exposed. Phoenix Hawk takes his point of damage to the center torso.
Yep.
All right. That is the fire team's attack.
Okay. I'm gonna be holding Richard Tyer's move for after we do the abstract.
Why don't I hear
Shots.
anybody else?
Because no one else is talking.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh
saying
shit,
anything.
I don't hear anybody else.
I know
You
it's
don't hear
hard to
anybody
believe.
else?
You don't hear me?
What are you talking
You
about,
don't hear
man?
me? We're all here.
Okay, now I hear you. Okay,
Testing 1, 2, 3.
no,
I was about to say, I've heard of blind drunk, but not deaf drunk.
no. When I moved, I think I hit the roller for the volume control on my headset.
Oh.
Oh.
That was the first thing, because I looked over, I realized like no one's responding to anything I'm saying, and I looked over at Discord, and I see all your lights are going off, and I'm like, okay.
We're all responding plenty.
I was like, okay, so yeah, that was the first thing I checked was my headset, and that's all it was.
Here we were cracking jokes, and
Yeah, telling
Wow,
me.
it's
sorry,
brilliant.
they weren't very funny anyway. It's fine.
All right, so they're all damaged, but
Lightly.
lightly. Well, actually, the one wasp is in kind of bad shape. He has no more torso armor.
True. I would like to get the rest of Anchor firing on them. How do we resolve that?
That'll be like a full-on strike lance attack.
Yeah.
Only you have more mechs than are in a lance, and two of them are, well, no, one of them is a frickin' assault mech, so I think that'd be... I would say up to 5 separate targets, so that'd be, in this case, one person gets hit twice. And with the assault mech, I would think that instead of 2 1-point damage groupings, it would be 2 2-point damage groupings. For that one.
2 2-point groups, and then 3 or 3 1-point groups, or how do you want to read that?
There will be a 4 one mech will right. Let's resolve the non-assault mechs first. So we'll just do all 4 getting their 2 1-point damage groups, and then we'll roll 1d4 to see who gets hit by the assault mech.
Okay. We can do that.
Unless you want to narratively have him target one of them in particular.
Have him go after the Phoenix Hawk.
Okay.
Have him vaporize the
It's the
locust.
biggest
Bugs are made for stomping.
Okay. So, since everyone is getting 2 points, we'll just roll some locations. Oh, wait, wrong thing. There we go. The locust takes a point in the
Torso?
center, or well, the torso, yeah.
Or you just rolled the 8. The 6 was from earlier, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, give me a sec. So we just took 1 there. And arm is... one arm is good, the other arm is bad. One leg is damaged and the other leg is fine. Okay. And then he just took that hit to the torso. Yes. Okay. And his second point of damage goes also to the torso. All right. The first wasp gets hit in the left arm for a point. Blows the armor off of that. Then gets hit in the torso for a point. The next wasp gets hit in the torso for a point. That goes internal. Second shot.
Want me to roll the crit?
No point. The second shot also hit the center torso. So.
That core him out?
Yeah, he is cored out.
All right.
So then on to the Phoenix Hawk. He's hit in the left arm for 1. Then in the torso for 1. Okay. And then the 2 2-point damage groupings. To the right arm. And the other goes to the torso. All right. The rest of the mechs are still operational still.
Okay. Do we resolve Spoopy separately?
I just did him.
That was him?
Yeah, that was him.
Oh, okay. Shoot. Richard Tyre is gonna get into position then and attempt to shoot on one of them.
You got this, man.
Are you gonna jump?
Let's hope so.
You get a +1 to your targeting against one target when you jump.
That would be delightful. If
Nice.
I got 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, basically.
Dang.
they implement high ground effect when you jump.
All right. Let's see if I can take out that locust. Locust. Richard
Alright.
Tire.
I'm going to put the locust defense roll up.
Oh no.
This guy's a
37.
locust pilot.
Jumping. The locust is in my medium range. I am firing my PPC first, which has a -2 for being at medium. Yes, -2 medium. So that puts at a -1. Oh wait, his roll got a lot higher all of a sudden. 14. 15.
Like one-upmanship there.
I'll say.
Dance around this, you son of a bitch. There's this
and
guy in a
a
Wolverine
PPC
one
shot.
time.
PPC shot straight to the center torso. That's 4 damage.
That's gone.
You see, little locust, there's this Wolverine, and we absolutely hated that son of a bitch. We don't tolerate dancing mechs around here anymore.
Oh god, yeah, the Wolverine that would be dodging Gauss rifle rounds.
Isn't that the same Wolverine we've got on the field now?
No, you destroyed that one.
Oh, yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah. He got caught out from behind from Cabrera.
Yeah.
Bless his heart.
Alright, so
Now, everyone, this is Tire's first kill ever.
wow.
I don't think he's ever actually taken down anything.
Oh, congratulations. Well, I know De La Cruz never has. He can barely fire a gun.
All right, I think that that expends everything that Anchor can do.
Alright, that's a great surprise round.
Vehicles haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
So, vehicles, these two that fell back not to be seen, roll back up the hill. So that's within a movement with them. And it's going to be Gauss Rifle Furry.
Alright, now remember, you guys also get to control the enemy's actions during your narrations.
Yeah.
They're surprised as fuck, and they're all under fire.
Oh, yeah, they were definitely surprised as fuck when Anchor just popped out of nowhere and started shooting at them. So it was fully appropriate for them to take no action during that fire phase. But if Zero thinks that they should take an action, then...
Yeah. I'm getting the clue here. I'm just trying to think of a narrative. Well, I guess first we should see if there's anyone left to narrate. So the biggest one still standing is the Phoenix Hawk. How about the other Stinger? How hurt was it again?
The other Wasp,
Yeah, Wasp, Stinger, whatever. They're practically the same neck.
yeah, one's got machine guns, the other has an SRM2. It's
Pretty much
the
it.
extent of the difference.
They're all VF1s. It's
Right.
fine.
Well, technically, so's the Phoenix Hawk.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
They're all
It's the VF1s and a Locust.
and a Locust. He's missing head armor, left arm armor, and has a damaged torso.
Okay, I thought that was the middle one that got shot in the head for some reason.
Now, the middle one took all torso hits.
Yeah, and the Phoenix Hawk has been hitting the center some too, huh?
Yeah, but he's got a lot more armor.
Yeah. So that alicorn. Well, you know what? All those Gauss rifles just need to be focusing on the Phoenix Hawk until it drops. So,
All right. I will give that the same assault rule as getting 2 2-point damage groupings.
all right. Do I need to roll anything for them?
Just location.
This location.
Through armor critical on the center torso. Or, well, chance for critical on the center torso.
Next 2d6. And what do I need to roll for that critical?
The second one was also torso. Jesus.
Phoenix Hawk's about to be a donut.
Alright, I think it's still 2d6 and try to beat an 8.
Yeah, that's what it says here.
How about Shine 8?
Alright, that's...
Hey!
And then do that again for the actual internal hit that you did.
Dude.
Wow.
He's consistent.
Wow. Okay. 2 successful critical hits against the torso. All right, roll 1d6 2 times.
All right, guys, don't mess with the sights on these tanks.
Oh, shit, dude.
Holy
Do not
shit.
mess with the sights on these tanks.
That's
No one touches these tanks.
that's 2 engine hits.
Jeez.
And it says
A second engine hit destroys the mech.
critical hit destroys the mech.
You blew the engine right out of it.
I love it.
Wow. Wow.
That's the luckiest dice rolling I've ever done.
That
We'll
was
come to it later, and they're just like, do not fuck with the sighting. Got it exactly where I want it.
No touch the gun.
And this-
Okay.
And when this tank was being used against you, it couldn't hit shit.
No shit. That just goes shows a bad crew. It takes Torian to pilot an alicorn.
Yeah. All right, so now there's one last dude left. Although your demons haven't gone yet. Fuck.
And neither has De La Cruz, for that matter. like he's any effect, but hey. So so I got 2 demons against old Stinger Boy, eh?
Yeah.
That's going to be 2d6 for location. Come on, Snake Eyes.
All right, let's see.
Oh.
All right,
No,
so
that's more like I normally roll.
4 right arm. All right, you blow the armor off the right arm. And then left leg. Damage the left leg. All right.
Yeah,
That's-
but the morale of this guy, watching the rest of his lance die in a split second,
oh,
he
yeah.
is shitting himself.
Well, I've just been sitting here pondering that.
Narratively, I'm going to say he's shitting himself right now.
That's your narrative
I
action?
don't. No, I don't think he's even doing that.
Shitting himself.
I think he's in a state of total shock. Like he doesn't even know what's going on. Like he's just completely gazed out at this point because it's so far out of his expectations.
Like, we were just coming to check out the big giant scary mech, and then all of a sudden everyone died.
If
Like-
this Atlas survives, he's going to have a permanent phobia of Atlases. Because
It-
the one experience he had encountering a friendly Atlas,
And his entire lance was
his
eradicated.
Atlas died.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm thinking. Does he even know they're dead yet? Like,
Well, the locust blew up kind of in front of him. The rest of them, no, he just heard explosions.
yeah, and the whole shock of the situation.
It's got them on the IFF, man. They blinked out.
Yeah, this situation requires more awareness than he currently has, I would imagine.
All right. I take back that he shits himself, but I want him to have a phobia of atlases after this.
Well, I mean, yeah, he shits himself, but not necessarily in the pants.
This is like a permanent, like, mind altering scenario for him.
Yeah, like this is shock. This is utterly shock and awe, inducing a state of shock, I would imagine.
All right, then his action that he's going to take is running the fuck away from the Atlas.
That's what I was going to narrate.
Yes, exactly.
So he
beautiful.
He's just, the world goes muted as everything explodes around him, and he realizes that he's the only friendly person here, and everything is bigger than he is. Well, that he can see. Flight response kicks in, and he runs.
Yep. He converts into Veritech mode and zooms away. No, wait.
Oh, we got lambs? We got lambs? Ooh, we got lambs.
I did think about doing that, about bringing lambs into this, but like way earlier on.
Well, you've probably seen it in the group too, and everything BattleTech has came up a few times. People are like, well, now that the Harmony Gold thing's resolved, are lambs coming back?
Yeah.
Some people bring lambs back, and some people don't.
I mean, they got the tank version of them now. Why not? Let's get a VTOL version.
Yeah, the Quad Vs.
Yeah, the Quad Vs. Let's roll out in a lance of Quad Vs, man. It'll be just as useless.
You know, it's one of those things where people like sit there and say, "Oh, you know, lambs are dumb. You know, they're so fragile. Blah 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 blah." It's like, okay, then let people choose to use it if they want.
Well,
It's shut down if they're so fragile.
they're also looking at it one-dimensionally. Lambs are for more of a complete narrative campaign.
Right. It is a recon scout unit.
Yeah,
Right.
and they can come.
Their paperness should be offset by their difficulty to hit.
Right.
Not only that, they can be dropped without a drop ship.
If you're dumb enough to let yourself get shot in one, well then yeah, you're gonna die. Like that's it.
Yeah.
But they're
in the air.
they're self-deployable and recoverable, though. And that's where I feel that people kind of don't get the total picture with a lamb. Like, if they're starting to get beat up in a fight, they're just like, oh, well, you know what? Fuck it, I'm out.
It's like
in
Transformer noise and off to space.
Can aerospace fighters achieve orbit on their own?
yes.
If they have fuel, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that differs a little from Macross then, because Macross you needed the Phoenix Hawk jump jet booster packs in order for them to go from Earth to orbit.
Yeah.
Like that was their sole purpose, was to do that on top of also holding more weaponry as well. But you know, the main purpose was to get orbit.
If I remember correctly, the YF-19 and YF-21 were some of the first Veritechs to be able to go ground to orbit without an outside booster.
Yeah, and that's why the YF-19 got adopted in later Macross series. Macross 7, they're all in like the hot new shits, the VF-19.
Yeah.
The YF-19 in actual production.
Plus
ignoring Firebomber piloting them with musical instruments. Everyone else pilots them normally.
All right. Rest of firefighter team is just gonna swarm the heck out of that guy.
De La Cruz just sits back eating
As
popcorn.
We're all the same speed as he is.
You never even got to take a shot at him before he ran away.
Heck, I could even... Oh, I could bring in my Griffin and kick him.
That would be fun.
We'll leave that if he's still standing. All right.
Daniel Cruz is going to be monitoring the radio frequencies to make sure he doesn't get a call out in his panic.
So abstracting the fire lance again. We're doing
Give me
two
a
at
give me a
2 point.
comms roll.
1 second.
Roll.
Oh, De La
That's
Cruz.
De La Cruz.
Yeah, I'm making sure he can't get a cry for help. What's my plus to comms? Oh, God.
All of it. Yeah, your plus is enough to have beaten his roll. He does not get a call out no matter how much he smashes the button. Which, frankly, he failed at smashing the button.
Come on, this has 4 antennas on it. Not one of them gets a signal out. God damn it!
They were all shot. No, because this is the guy who got shot in the head. He has no more head armor.
This got shot off.
He's
I probably don't even
convertible.
need to jam him.
Yeah.
All
Who
right,
saw
so
the ad?
fire
It said
lance.
suddenly the Mick was a convertible. I don't know what happened.
Have any of you guys played Assassin's Creed Valhalla by chance?
No, I've only played Black
No.
Flag.
There's this quest in there where you come across this Viking with an axe stuck in his head. He doesn't realize he's got an axe
I
stuck in his
heard
head.
about that one.
And I'm just kind of thinking that he's got this big piece of canopy lodged in his head. Doesn't even realize he's got this big piece of canopy lodged in his head.
He's dead and doesn't even know it.
He's dead, doesn't even know it. Yeah, that's like the whole dilemma of the quest. Is like, so, we pull out the axe. Axe? What axe? The axe in your head. Like, he's just, like, dead already. Walking dead.
All right. So, fire lance. Now it says here, assigning damage to up to 4 separate targets.
There's
We
only
talked
one
about earlier
target,
being
so yeah, it's just going to
only one
be...
target. So we just do one of the 2-point ones. It doesn't really talk about concentrating fire on that page.
No, but that's where I will take narrative flexibility and say that what that means, the way I am choosing to interpret this is that it means each mech in a recon lance is capable of doing a 1-point damage to a target.
Okay. So my 4 mechs are going to be, they're abstracting their way to damaging him.
Oh.
So last round we did 2 at 2 points, 2 at 1 point.
Yes. Or, no, 2 mechs did...
Okay.
2 mechs did 2 of 1. 2 times 1.
Oh.
Only the assault
Okay.
mechs get to do 2 points in a single hit.
Okay. So we should roll 6 points of
Yes.
damage.
In total, this will be six locations of damage.
All right. First one.
5.
On the right leg?
That is the yes.
Second one.
It's the right arm.
With
Right arm.
Okay.
Third.
Right arm again.
Right arm's
Right
gone.
arm.
Our rolls are hyper-focused for location.
Yeah.
Not-
Torso.
Okay.
Fifth.
Left arm.
Left arm.
That's gone.
Left arm.
He's
And
had
then last shot. Torso.
all right. That one goes internal.
I say by this point, he's
Okay,
got so
do I
many
need-
buzzers going off and so much fear, he just pulls
Do I
the
need to
trigger.
roll a critical hit?
Yeah. Roll the to beat the 8.
Boom.
Got it.
All right. Now let's see what you did.
D6.
1, torso, ammo explosion, or primary weapon or torso weapon group is destroyed, which I don't think applies to this mech. No, wait.
Didn't he have SRM ammo?
He does have
ammo?
SRM.
Stupid.
He does have SRM.
This is from the era of dumb ammo placement.
Yeah.
So.
Well, so then the ammo's in his head. Got it.
Skin of teeth ejection.
I would do that. It's because the
That's only
head
for
is so
PC.
rarely hit, though, you know? So it's like, why not?
I just want this guy to live a long life, permanently scarred with the sight of atlases. I feel like that's the cruelest thing we could do to him.
Hey,
Hey, you know
look
what?
at the bright side. He's going to be terrified of atlases for the rest of his life.
You know what?
It
No.
doesn't matter the rest of his life, 10 seconds.
Narratively, I like the skin of teeth ejection and this guy becoming your newest POW.
Oh my god. You just want to be cruel.
Yeah. Especially if you have the Atlas recovering.
Oh my god. Yeah, those pants are soiled.
He would be
Wow.
catatonic if the Atlas walked up to him and just like bent over and looked down at him. He would just go into a coma.
We can't interrogate him because he just sits in the fetal position rocking all the time.
I just see that skull face all the time when I close my eyes.
And the one glowing eye.
They used to be both
So are we
glowing.
narratively saying only the one pilot ejected in time?
Yeah, only the guy who got a chance to run away.
He's going to be a
And
voodoo.
he only realized he needed to eject because he lost both arms before he got poured out.
And ammo exploded.
The Locust got his torso vaporized, and the torso is where his cockpit is located. So, like, that
Yeah.
guy's dead.
It's a locust. I mean, it's hard to miss the cockpit.
Right, it's in the front.
Well, yeah, I guess
Center
actually,
mass in the front. What
I
do
guess-
you want it to be?
the other Wasp and the Phoenix Hawk were all cored out. So yeah, their pilots could all have ejected.
Flip a coin for each. Roll 1d2. One they died, 2 they ejected.
Yeah, we can just do
Frosty
Alright,
just
high
runs
low.
around, flamers going crazy.
Alright,
everywhere.
this is going to be for the other Wasp. And this is for the Phoenix Hawk. They ejected.
All right.
Ejected.
So then what I'm gonna do is
Find it funny though for the locust. It's like, nah, fuck that guy. He's dead.
The cockpit's in the center mass. I'm sorry. That torso, so did he.
We can't afford to put ejection seats in the locust. Sorry, guy. Didn't they tell you never pilot a locust built on a Friday?
All right, look, I'll do one for the Locust.
oh look,
No, I can make it.
The universe said no. Fuck that guy in particular.
yep.
That's a funny looking coin you got there.
Oh, he cheated. He pulled a fast one.
It's like
All
that
right.
one D&D character I had who had a trick coin that was a 1d1.
We'll keep that in mind if your Locust pilots ever need to eject.
I know. This is gonna come back. I'm
Uh-oh.
There's a Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 worth of buy video you should go watch where this dice player takes him for a lot of money, so he stalks her home and steals her rigged dice. It's
All right.
hilarious. Anyway,
Now, I've written on here that Frosty is impulsive. And I think he's going to burn up some of these mech warriors. How many will he burn up? Roll 1d3.
see, I just,
Oh!
it's like shooting
We've got
skeet
no room
with a
for prisoners.
flamethrower.
We don't have time for prisoners.
These count as my kills now, right?
We don't fly no prison ship.
Frosty sees an ejecting pilot like skeet shot.
Oh! It's like, look, this mech was only made for one purpose, and it wasn't fighting mechs.
Yeah.
It was for burning people.
It was for taking out soft targets.
And what's softer than a dejected mech warrior in his underwear?
Right? Yeah. Man,
Yeah.
all right, that's fair. There went my plan.
Frosty's cold.
Yeah.
Well, wait. How about this? The third guy, the one who is running away, he's just horribly burned, but he survived.
So he can be afraid of atlases and fire starters.
So we can still go into your storyline.
No. He's so traumatized, he thinks he didn't even see anything but the Atlas. He thinks the Atlas did everything.
It's the Atlas's breath that burnt him alive.
Yes.
This is time.
The Atlas breathes fire, and my comrades got burned to death. Like, the Atlas doesn't even have a flamethrower. What are you talking about?
I'm telling you, this thing was a demon.
I saw it.
Like, this, in his mind, this is basically a Black Marauder story.
All right. Shall we switch back over to Bug Band and give them some time to scout around or do stuff?
Sure.
All right, great. So we're back in. Let me get back in formation then. Sure. Do. Spin everybody around.
And I just
don't know.
noticed this the other day. He is Lee Jacobson the 42nd.
Yes.
Like, I always just kind of like mentally chalked up, like, okay, he's got some Roman numerals after his name. He's comes from a long line, and then I noticed the L in there yesterday and went, Jesus fuck.
I'm like,
roughly 1,200 years.
I want to have people like that who just like a long line. I'm like, I wanted to have a character who was a long line of Willard Lee Jacobsons.
Back to the 1800s.
1700s.
Yeah, the ballpark.
Yeah, like we're talking like the original Willard Lee Jacobson fought in the Revolutionary War.
Yes, I wanted stuff like that. That was intentional.
That family has watched the U.S. come, go, expand out into space.
They lived to see the fall of the British Empire.
Look, they're not afraid to fight against an oppressive imperial government. They never have been. So it's a long line of revolutionary fighters. It just worked out that they live in Taurian space.
Right.
At some point, they were revolutionary, get the hell out of here.
Yeah. All right, so I'm assuming we're clear. So we're going to continue heading like northwesterly up through these woods.
All right.
How since we're no longer in combat, how far do you want us to move? Just move a turn's worth, or
draw out what route you feel like taking, and I'll let you know at what point you need to stop.
okay? I'm gonna do it. I'll do the linger line, and we'll do it from Jamie. So my plan was to head this way, and now I can't see anymore. So I'm gonna stop there because I can no longer see where I'm going. I ran out of.
Ran out of map. You didn't zoom out enough.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, that means then I got to start that over. So, bam, we're going to do like that. that. We're basically going to be like coming up this way towards the orange zone. I wanted to like kind of scope things out like over here before maybe swooping around or reporting something in.
Okay.
How far did you want me to move with that? So
You can move all the way up.
all the way up to the 2880?
Yep, all the way up to the 2880.
Oh man. Oh geez. All right. Okay, let me get my forces up there.
Then I guess I should go ahead and move my scouts up. Like,
And let me
proportionally,
position them too. I gotta zoom back in so I can do some.
They are all in hexes.
I know, right? Isn't that great?
Like you arrange them in just the right shape where they snap center to hexes.
It's beautiful. All right, so we got them like that.
All right. Okay.
We can do a circle from Lee.
Bing. Just for distance.
Yeah.
You can hear the sound of artillery going off.
Like detonating on target.
No, like the guns being fired.
Guns being fired. Okay,
but you
not the detonation.
You do
Gotcha.
Right, and you do not hear the sound of like the rounds whistling overhead or anything like that.
All right, so I'm going to report in because I try to be good like Salazar. That I'm starting to hear artillery fire from my position. But I don't see it yet.
Roger that. Can you cross the lake without incident?
No, it's a stream, and you don't cross the streams.
Oh, right.
Not without every molecule in my mech traveling at the speed of light. Or exploding at the speed of light.
Yes.
I thought you said not to cross the streams.
There's a chance we won't slip and fall and breach our reactor core. Yes, burning Elmo is what that one guy is experiencing.
I'm gonna wait for everyone else to move before I move anymore. But I feel like I don't want to cross the river yet until like people are closer. So
Well,
I'm gonna hold here.
Yeah, I'm keeping most of my units near the anchor until they move. So
Yeah, I'm gonna hold here until anchor moves up.
well, this is a decent place to stop for the night.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, just get everybody moved up, and this will be a good place
Second half of Anchor does not like to stay in their hexes.
They are not arranged optimally.
No, they are not. Actually, I guess all of Anchor does not like that. All right.
mine don't do it either when I move them as a group. I gotta go fix them individually.
All right. We did it.
Yay! So yeah,
Totally ambushed that light man.
the whole challenge for tonight was Does that light lance get a message off?
Nope. Not on my watch.
If you had all won the tactics check, then you would have caught them from behind.
Ooh,
Oh,
brutal.
would have been nice, but oh well.
Irrelevant, ultimately.
And then it was like, all right, well, let's see,
Sure.
like, all right, let's see where the path that I had, drawn out for them, where that was going to go. And then it's like, oh shit, that's line of sight on the atlas. Are they seeing it? Yeah, they see it. What do they think about it?
Oh, it's one of those new ones.
Yeah, it's like, it is technically a friendly mech, so they're not going to be immediately hostile towards it. And then they completely botched the last perception roll to notice the rest of you guys.
They were so enamored on that atlas.
Yeah.
I bet it's got bucket seats.
Man, I heard the seat has its own air conditioner unit. The seat has its own heatsink. You never
Good.
sweat in that thing.
The seat is just made of a heatsink. They just cut out some of the panels.
The poopy suit has a bidet.
I heard the neuro helmet in those things has a massage function.
Head on.
She
Apply
had
directly to
to.
the forehead. See, that even got Hillary going. She's doing it.
You know, I can't help but sit here and think that most of the mechs on the battlefield right now have those big, awkward bucket Nero helmets, except for the new Atlas.
Out in the periphery, yeah.
Oh, certainly on our side, but their side too.
Somewhere out there in the SLDF scientist corps is like, what if we just make like a series of really sensitive tattoos, and then you don't have to wear that stupid helmet?
And meanwhile, the Canopans are like, how do you think we control the catgirl tails? We already invented that.
Does a lot of battle powder. Yeah, if you excuse me, I'm betting on this merman race.
That's as far up as Anchor's going to move?
Oh, how much more narrative time are you giving us?
You have all the narrative time.
Do you?
You
Oh,
can
okay.
go up
Do you want
to
me
the
to
edge
move
of
up to the
orange.
stream?
Yeah, you guys can move all the way up to the stream.
All right.
They're like, we're going to stop here. And we're waiting for Anvil to show up. I'm like, all right, everyone move up as far as you're going to move up. I'm like, well, we're going to move like a couple inches and then that's it. Like, no, we're still waiting then.
Okay.
Anvil is flat out pulling
I
a
didn't want to
Reyna,
over.
and they're just like, yeah, we're going to cover you from, 2.5 kilometers away. Don't worry, I got you. I got you. You're fine.
Now we're staged. Or we will be staged. Or we are staged. We're staged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're staged. We're ready to go for next time.
Huzzah.
Next time, we ford the river, or we get some oxen, or we look for a bridge.
No, we give some clothing to some random Native American, and then they'll help us across.
I forgot that option. You're right.
My wife has an 8-bit shirt that's Oregon Trail and says, "Get in, loser, we're going to ford the river."
Oh, God.
It has the wagon and everything.
That's awesome.
I don't think I have ever forded a river and not had catastrophe strike. Like, it'll say, like, the river is 2 feet deep. And then, like, it capsizes and I lose 6 oxen. I'm like,
Everything
the
falls.
hell?
Your children die. 3 people in your party drown. You lose all your oxen. You lose all your food. You're like, it's not even deep enough to drown in.
Right?
Got to stand up.
See, I've always wished someone would get that IP and make like this just over-the-top Survivor Skyrim-style Oregon Trail where you're actually like first-person surviving the trail.
Well, that's what half of Red Dead Redemption 2 is.
Oh, really? I never played that one. Like, you got to go out and actually, kill the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can only
Could
carry
do
20 pounds of it.
Right? My wife was going off about that the other day. We were talking about the Oregon Trail.
Oh,
You know
my
what kills
God.
me? That game is 50 years old now, and it's still getting talked about and
That-
played.
That game perfectly showcased why bison were almost driven to extinction. Because I know that it's like, all right, I'm going to leave in May because the hunting is good, and I'm going to take minimum supplies of everything except bullets. I'm going to take all the bullets I can carry, and I'm going to just
Yeah,
leave
I'm
the
gonna hunt.
right. I'm going to leave the initial site, kill everything I see, and then I'm going to keep doing that every couple days. Just kill everything I see.
The last time I played it, I played as a farmer, and I left in March and only had 1 fatality when I arrived at Oregon or whatever that place is in Oregon you're going to.
The last time I played, I had no fatalities until I got to the final river mission. And then I slammed into a rock on purpose right at the end. And I lost 2 of my kids in that crash.
See, I missed.
We're almost there,
I
Paul.
dodged
I can
that.
see it.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there? Slam!
See, I take the safe route. I don't do that. Like, and my 1 fatality was near the end too, and it was something stupid like dysentery or
You died of
cholera or
dysentery.
something.
That is
You
like,
had the fatal farts.
yeah. I mean, I don't think Oregon Trail is known for anything more than the phrase "you have died of dysentery."
When there's broken arm and snake bite and all sorts of stuff
Yeah.
in there.
All kinds of stuff, but no,
Cholera.
everyone just remembers the dysentery.
What better way to remind kids in suburbia that there is plenty more nasty ways to die not too long ago?
Absolutely. I knew Terry Crews was going to be in that. It was beautiful.
All right. Well, I hope everyone had a good time tonight. I know I am certainly glad to have been able to get back into this.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
So,
2 weeks.
yeah, I'll set up stuff for the other side of the river and, well, set up more stuff. There was enough stuff set up that if we had started earlier, we could have crossed the river, but it's already late here.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works.
We got an engagement out of the way, and that's important.
And we
It
got
was very asymmetrical.
and we got to play around with the battlefield support rules, tweaking them narratively.
I like
Yeah.
hitting with my Gauss rifles more often, at least.
Yeah, right? Isn't that great?
I think in the previous system, I only ever had like 2 Gauss rifle hits ever.
Although a PC crewed alicorn could be just like the biggest nightmare in the world because what? It does like 15, 12 something damage to a single location.
It crossed my mind, but that'd be making me weaker because my strength is the whole electronic support,
Yeah.
not actual fire support.
Yeah. Your strength is making sure that they don't get off that radio call asking for help.
Yep. And it will not happen on my watch.
All right. Well, have a good night, everyone.
You as
Have a good
well.
night.
All right.
Good night, man.
Patience later.
Bye. All right. To our one fan of Hippity Hoppity, if you ever make it this far, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you do ever get this far, and you are the person who watched 5 episodes on Christmas, let me know.